Terry Talks with Terry Gillis.
June is National Indigenous History Month. And to that end, I'd like to acknowledge the Anishinaabe, the Haudenosaunee, the Lenape and Attawadron peoples on whose traditional lands we work every day here at RA Consulting. At RA Consulting, most of you know our rallying call is transforming work to make work a better place for all. Because doesn't everyone really deserve a great place to work? And as we embark on National Indigenous History Month, it's sad to think that for many Indigenous people in Canada, our credo is probably more like, doesn't everyone deserve a great place to live? It sickens us to our very core to learn of 215 children who were killed at the hands of the very people who were responsible for their well-being. The residential schools were designed to systematically rip children away from their heritage, their communities, and their way of life. The last of these schools in Canada closed in 1996, which means for many, they're still living with the trauma that is far too commonly associated with these so-called schools. This talk is hard. It's hard for me to do. It's hard for you to listen to. I think this quote from the Burly Chef sums it up nicely. As a white man, I have a complicated relationship with Canadian history. But we had a tragedy in this country a few years ago where 16 kids were killed. And the nation, thankfully, came to a standstill to mourn. Yet we just found 215 kids in an unmarked, forgotten grave. And I don't see the same pause. Naturally, I wanted to learn more, and a great resource for that is www.oncanadaproject.ca. One of the great insights there stated the following: we can love our country, we can recognize its flaws and failures, and we can strive to make our country better. We all have a responsibility to do the work to learn more about, advocate for, and reconcile with the Indigenous people of Turtle Island, which is now known as Canada. We need to unlearn the Canadian history that many of us were taught and relearn the truth, no matter how difficult it may be. So what are some next steps? Learn more about the land on whose land you're living on today. You can do this by checking out a really interesting interactive map called native-land.ca. Provides an insight into the traditional territories we live on. Do your research. Learn about those Indigenous people who were the original caretakers of this land. Google them, learn about them, and read the Truth and Reconciliation Report. It was created back in 2015, has 94 calls to action. Even if you read a few and embrace a few, don't ignore this landmark report. We need to take action. And of course, check out www.oncanadaproject.ca/settlers take action. I like that one. So, as we embark on National Indigenous History Month, let's all work together to transform this great country of ours and make it an amazingly better place for everyone.